Make Spanish rice, you toast it first, okay? That's what we're doing now. We'll toast it and we'll salt it and a little onion later if we want to. Okay, John, as you can see, this is about a good thick sliver of white onion. Chop it in fours. Throw that in there too. That will give you your flavor, and then we'll just keep mixing this up as it toasts. And you can tell how cooked it's getting when you also see the onion get cooked as well, okay? By the way, I'm using my left hand to steer, my right hand to videotape, multitasking, ambidextrous, just to let you know. Okay, John, I've been mixing this a little bit, and you can see some of the rice is turning white. It's not clear, but it's turning white. That's what you want to get when you're making your Spanish rice. So keep the heat on it and mix it periodically. You can hear little Diego in the back screaming. He's in a terrible 2 stage. Anyways, that's what you want to do, so I'm going to keep stirring this for about 5 minutes, and then we'll be ready to put tomato sauce, salt, water. Okay, just spinned it. You're going to see some of the rice is starting to brown now. That's when you get the Spanish brown rice. It's the toastiness that you get off the rice. Now, one kid choking another kid, if you can hear. Okay, John, it's pretty much just starting to toast now. The brown kernels, we can look real carefully. Okay, now, and it's on like 8 or 9 pretty high. So now what we're going to do is do a whole 8 ounce, which we didn't really add to the major ingredients before, which is tomato sauce, okay? No salt added, because you can add your own salt. And then 2 cups of hot water.
Stir that in. You gotta let the tea.
Sorry, gotta stir it in.
Let that kind of cook separate.
And you heard my mama here. Let it cook up a little bit. Oop, that's it. Come back. Okay, that's now fully mixed and it's kind of just heated. Now you're gonna, once it's all fully mixed and sauced, then you pour in 2 cups, actually 4 cups of the water. There's 2. I'm gonna stir this up real quick as it's going. You can see the rice with the hot water, and make sure it's hot water that you put in. Don't put cold water. Get that tap nice and hot. Make sure it's hot water. And this is where you kind of mix it up so the rice is all separated, because it'll kind of clump up with the tomato sauce. Now the tomato sauce is all mixed in there, and you've got about 2 cups of rice, 4 cups of water, an 8 ounce thing of Sunny Select no salt tomato sauce, and you've got some onion. So that's really been all the seasoning. We haven't salted it or no garlic powder yet, but we'll wait until the water starts boiling to simmer before we do cap it, okay? Coming back. Okay, John, got a little bit of garlic, and you just want to put a little bit of garlic in here for flavor.
Isaiah, somebody at the door.
I'll get it.
You expecting somebody?
Nope. And then put a little bit of salt. And then you're going to put a cap on it and let it cook. Okay, John, as you can see, I did my seasoning. It's now boiling. So you just do a quick mix of the seasonings, okay? And then this is very important. We just finished all those ingredients. We're going to take the flame, put it on low, okay? So an electric oven, which is an amateur cooking oven like yours or whatever. Anyways, you cap it in about 20 minutes, it'll be ready. Okay, a couple of tablespoons of oil in a pan, get it hot, and throw in some flour. About a tablespoon or 2. Spread it in there. And the reason you do this is to brown the flour to make some gravy. And then you got to whisk it around, mix it up, maybe put some water in. We'll show you some of that later. Okay, John, 3 tablespoons of oil, 3 tablespoons of flour. Mix it up really good, as you can see, and now it's on low. Then we got to get hot water off the tap. Okay, I'm going to pour that in. Pour in some of the chili powder we talked about a teaspoon or 2, just depending on how much you want. Maybe a little more. 2 of them. Let's do 2, yeah. And I'm going to mix that into the gravy, and this will start making the chili gravy. Okay, we just turned it up after it's been mixed. We're going to whisk it with hot water. Add hot water, temperature at about 6, and just keep whisking this sauce. You can use like any other type of chili sauce that you like, but we're thinking New Mexico chili powder is probably the best. Hold on, baby, we're making a movie. And just keep whisking, 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 and make sure the water's hot when you put it in there. And that is going to be your gravy base for the sauce. And you see this chili is a little orange, and it is about kind of like an orange color. When you add the Las Palmas chili sauce, it's dark, and it'll kind of get like a medium red tint. And the two flavors together, for some reason, do great. Coming back at you. Okay, John, got to add salt. Got to add a little bit of garlic powder to taste. And that's not too much. This garlic powder we have is very potent. When you like it a little more garlicky, you can add a little more garlic powder. Maybe a little more powder there. Because I like a little more garlic powder. Not much. Okay, John, as you can see, we pretty much use about 1 3/4 cups of hot water that we mix in to make this base of sauce. Okay? So base is ready. The oil is heating up. We're going to make some fry some corn tortillas here pretty soon. We'll show you how to do that. Okay, John, about 1 cup of sauce added to the pan. 1 cup of the Las Palmas red chili. See how dark the chili is? You're going to mix that in with the chili powder. And it's got actually a pretty unique flavor to it, but we think it's by itself can be too strong. That's why you want to mix a powder. New Mexico chili powder's got a good flavor, and the two together just see the nice red, and that'll be what you dip the fried tortillas into. Okay, you're gonna have some oil. You can see carefully. There's about 1/2 inch of oil in the bottom of this big stock pot pan. Okay, got the hot oil. It's about medium high. So maybe say 7 on your electric deal. You're gonna have a pair of a spatula and some tongs. And basically you're just going to fry that up. As soon as it gets wet on both sides, I'm going to kind of pinch it with the tongs and kind of swirl it around. Find a good crease. And you hold it down with the spatula, and then you're just going to fold it over. And as it's folding, that's what's going to hold it nice and hard. So that'll be the thickness of your shell. It's important that you fry this thing pretty good, because these tortillas have to crunch, and when you cut them with your fork, it has to be able to break but not destroy the rest of the tortilla. So as you see, she just spun it and flipped it. Little Diego's in the background. Kid is just hyper. Anyways, that's how you do a tostada shell. And just hold it there till it's done. Keep it going, flipping back and forth, and you'll see they look just like that. Put them on paper towel with a cookie sheet, and you do roll. Say hi, Diego. Hey. Okay, John, about 2 cups of cabbage. Throw some vinegar in here, about, enough, I don't know, about 1 cup, maybe. It's enough to get the vinegar up to the right where you can see it just getting up in there. Then you're going to add some oregano, which this stuff is really, you guys season it up pretty good, and we're going to mix it around. Depends on what you like. I like a lot of oregano, because to me it just gives you that spicy flavor, okay? Mix it up. Okay, John. And then onion. I don't know how much onion you like. This looks like a lot of onion, but really not. Add that before you mix it. Chopped onion. White onion. You're going to shred some of this cheese, Johnny, baby. It's called queso cotija en mexicano. But here's the deal. This is pretty salty cheese, so based on how you make your rice and your seasoning and everything, remember, what you're going to top it with is cheese, and it's pretty salty already as it is. Anyways, just shred some in a bowl. Hey, John. So you got to be careful. I turned the heat up just a little. It's been about, 16 minutes, 15 minutes. And I stirred it once already. But see, the rice is still a little sticky. It's a little moist. And it should just pretty much flake off together. So this is almost ready. So I'm just going to kind of leave it back on. Just got to keep watching it, because if you turn the heat up a little bit, it'll tend to burn on the bottom. So you may want to make sure you pull the rice up off the bottom of that pot. You don't want to burn it. Okay, John, it's about 18 minutes. This baby's steaming. So I'm just going to turn it off. And that's it. Rice is just about done. Let it sit for about 2 minutes. electric burner should be going on, so another 2 minutes should be completely finished. Leave it uncovered. Okay, ready? Now remember, you always want to start and make your rice first. If you cook your rice first, it gives you 20 minutes to make the rest of the dish. Obviously you made some shells, but after you make the rice, you want to make your sauce. When you make your sauce, you reduce it to where it's nice and thick. Then you have your shredded chicken off the breast in a bowl, along with your little topper seasoning and some shredded cheese. Use the tongue and take that nice little crisp tortilla shell after it's been cooled off, and you just dip it in there. Which is, oh, look at that. And now you can tell how thick it is, because if it's nice and thick, it's going to stick. Okay, I'm leaking. So we're going to do another one. That's good. Pull it out. Right there. And then we are going to grab some chicken breast. Be generous with it. Put lots of chicken breasts in there. You do both of them if you would at the same time, please.
There you go. Hey! No! Echo! No.
All this kid over there is just being crazy. Okay, anyways, you have to touch it a little bit, a little dirty. It's okay. Okay, then you just drain the vinegar. I personally like a lot of vinegar. I usually like to put vinegar in mine, but some people don't. So it depends if you like vinegar or not. Try it without vinegar first. Okay, then we're going to do the cheese. Sprinkle cheese on top of it. Okay, there's one. Take the second one. Do your nice little seasoning on there. And that vinegar will just drain right down into that chicken and just kind of suck it up in the chicken. But you have to really like vinegar. If you don't like vinegar, I just recommend you drain that vinegar out pretty good. Okay, then you leave those two on there like that. And then we need a little spoon for the rice. You take this, and then whatever's left on the plate of chili, you just cover it with rice. And then it looks like you have a perfect plate right there. And then that vinegar runs into that rice, and oh, it looks so good. Okay, and it is ready for munching. I'm going to put this plate over here. Take a picture, just like before. See you, John. Enjoy. Enjoy, buddy. Hey, John, just going to show you something here real quick, John. If you cook that tortilla shell right, when you crunch it, now watch. It's not going to destroy the rest of this. See that? It just came off itself. So you can take your fork and scoop up and eat a forkful without destroying the shell. Keeps it intact. It's kind of cool. I'm a little OCD, a little anal about that stuff, but enjoy your meal.